Have you ever felt like no matter how many productivity hacks you try, you're just getting better and better at, well, organizing your own exhaustion? You've probably been told the key is just better time management. But what if that's the wrong problem to solve altogether? Okay, let's dive into a new way of thinking that might just change everything for you.
This statement right here, it gets right to the heart of it. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, right? The real variable, the thing that truly dictates our output, our creativity, even our happiness, it isn't the clock, it's our energy. And this is where you can really see the difference. Time management is all about squeezing more into a resource that's totally finite. I mean, once a minute's gone, it's gone forever. But energy management, that's about protecting a resource you can actually renew. It's not about doing more, it's about making sure the quality of what you do is so much better. So let's break down this great time misconception. Why does focusing only on the clock so often lead us down the wrong path? Well, it starts here. We pack our calendars, we make these endless to-do lists, trying to optimize every single minute. We're chasing this ideal of perfect productivity, but really, it just leads to being perfectly and efficiently exhausted. And here's the real trade-off. In that rush to get everything done, you're always on, but you're never really there. You know the feeling. You're in a meeting, but you're thinking about the next one. You're with your family, but your mind is still at work. You gain a little efficiency, maybe, but you lose your presence. And that path, it leads to a dead end. Because burnout isn't a symptom of bad scheduling. It's a state of profound energy depletion. And there is no calendar app or fancy planner in the world that can fix a system that is just fundamentally drained. This is such a crucial mindset shift. That feeling of wanting to procrastinate, it's not some kind of moral failing. It's not you being lazy. It's a biological signal, a warning light from your body saying that your energy reserves are critically low.
So if time isn't our most important resource, what is? It's our energy. And there's some really fascinating science that explains why it's the true currency of high performance.
So a key concept here is decision fatigue. You know, our brains run on what scientists call cognitive energy. And every single choice we make, what to wear, what to eat for lunch, how to word that email, it drains just a tiny bit of that reserve.
I mean, really think about it. Have you ever had one of those days packed with tons of small, seemingly insignificant choices, and by the end of it you feel completely wiped out? That is decision fatigue in action. And it's why time management alone just doesn't work. It doesn't account for this mental drain at all. And the data totally backs this up. Research from the Harvard Business Review is pretty striking. They found that when people align their work with their natural energy cycles, their productivity doesn't just go up a little bit. It can increase by over 60%. That's a huge difference. Okay, so if we're going to manage our energy, we need to know what we're actually working with. And it helps to think of our energy as coming from 4 distinct but interconnected tanks. These are the fuel sources you really have to protect. First up is physical energy. That's your body, the quality of your sleep, what you eat, getting some movement. Next is emotional energy. That's your heart, how you're feeling, and whether you protect yourself from negativity by setting good boundaries. Then there's mental energy, your mind. That's your ability to focus deeply and be creative, not just bounce from one notification to the next. And finally, spiritual energy, your soul. This is your connection to a deeper purpose, the why that fuels your drive. When these are all balanced, things just flow. Just take a second and really think about this. I'm not talking about being caffeinated. I mean genuinely alive, vibrant, energized. What were you doing? Who were you with? What was different about that day? The answer to that question holds a massive clue to what fills up your own unique energy tanks. Okay, so this is where the theory becomes practice. Knowing about energy is one thing, but actually managing it is something else entirely. So let's walk through a simple, actionable blueprint to help you take back control. So the blueprint has 5 core steps. First, you're going to track your energy to really understand your natural rhythms. Second, you're going to honor the pause, learning to strategically rest and recharge. Third, protect emotional energy by setting boundaries. Fourth, you'll nourish your physical body with the fuel it really needs. And fifth, you'll reconnect with purpose to refuel that spiritual drive. And step 1 is super simple. For just 1 week, track your energy levels on a scale of 1 to 10. You'll start to see your natural peaks and dips really quickly. So maybe, like in this example, you do your deep, focused work when your energy is an 8, and you save the low-impact stuff like answering emails for when you're at a 3.
This is all about working with your body's rhythms instead of constantly fighting against them.
And this right here is so critical for step 2, honor the pause. We've been taught to see rest as a reward we get for work, or even worse, as a sign of laziness. But the neuroscience is clear. Short breaks actually boost creativity and help us solve problems. Rest isn't the enemy of work. It's a strategic part of the work process itself. You know, when you put all of this together, you start to see that this isn't just some new technique. It is a complete and total shift in how you view productivity and success and even your own life. It's a move away from just organizing things to, well, to truly transforming them. And this brings us to the core takeaway. Organizing your calendar, yeah, it brings some order, but it won't change how you feel inside that orderly schedule. Managing your energy, on the other hand, it transforms your entire experience of the time you have.
And it all really comes down to one simple thing.
Your energy is the single currency that dictates the quality of your entire life. It is the fuel for everything you do, everything you think, and everything you feel. So the most important question to ask yourself each day isn't how will I spend my time, it's how will I invest my energy. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. What truly fills your 4 energy tanks, physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually? And more importantly, knowing what you know now, how are you going to consciously make more space for those things starting today?